Hey everybody, Danny O here with the Back to School special, and I have a super special guest today. She's sweet like jam, but you can't spread her on toast.
But hypothetically, visually, you could spread. I don't know.
But you get it. She's sweet. She's great. I'm gonna let her introduce herself because
you were just so good. I'm Jam.
Oh, okay.
TV host, educator, girl boss, community leader, future Michelle Obama.
Is there a thing she doesn't do?
I don't sew.
But I do. So that's why we're such a great collab. Okay, that's right. Magic. And unleash. So we're here to talk about going back to school. So this is for the parents, for the mommies and the daddies, and the grandparents, and the nannies, and the grandmas and the guardians. This is for you. Class is in session. Oh!
I'm ready.
Okay, Jan is an educator. She said that already. So I had a little bit of anxiety thinking about the thought of my son going to school. He's not going to school yet.
He's so cute.
But it's stuff that, thank you.
He'll be okay.
But it's stuff that I'm starting to think about. And it's the fear of him going to school. And I'm sure parents face that. How do parents deal with that?
I'm not a parent, but I'm a co-parent to 28 kids. So I'm pretty extraordinary in my parenting abilities.
And she's still here, so
I'm still here. I'm still here, and I'm still in the field. I think it varies. I think it's different from parent to parent. If you had a great upbringing in school and good fond memories, and there was no anxiety or anything like that, you sending your child off, you're excited. But if this is maybe it's your first child, it's the first time they're leaving you. You have your own personal issues. That whole what's the word? Transference.
Okay.
When they've had their own experiences and maybe they're visualizing the same thing's going to happen to their child, it's a different feeling for each parent.
Okay, so how does a parent get prepared to send their kid to school?
Well, one, you have to acknowledge the fact that your child's going to school. Let's be honest here. This is not daycare. This is not your best friend's house. This is school. This is the start of your child's academic journey. And it's their start of their independence. So that's something I think parents need to internalize. And now your little baby is now becoming a little human being who's going to be doing things kind of by themselves in a new environment.
So I'm mentally prepared.
Yep.
My little human being is spreading his little wings and he's about to fly out the coop.
Oh man.
Now what? How do I, as a parent, help the transition into his new chapter?
So most K nights most schools have a welcome to K night. And that's when parents could go meet the rest of the K team. They have little sensors set up. Also, it's our time for us to observe your child and make notes.
Best behavior.
Best behave. But little sensors, whether it's fine motor, gross motor, literacy section, social skills, all these little things, all these little sensors for the kids to run and explore. And then we as educators give you the parent a little piece of paper that says things you need to pack, things you need to have ready, all those things. Read that paper. Don't just stick it on your fridge and pay no mind to it. There is good information on there, and it's a good starting point for you to know what to do come September. I don't think that a lot of people take into account how important it is to kind of prepare your child for some of the most basic things in a new environment. It's great that your child could maybe do these things at home, but can they do that at school with other grown-ups and their friends and certain pressures? Are they able to take those skills and transfer it into the school environment? So it's really important that when the educators at school are saying, hey, start practicing unzipping and going to the bathroom and doing all these things, that you actually practice it, put into place.
When do those orientations usually happen?
I guess it depends on the board.
Okay.
And the school. I would say maybe April, May, around that point.
So there's no excuse like, oh, it was a week before school, now my kid doesn't know how to unpack his lunch.
No excuse.
Okay.
No excuse. No excuse. And even if we don't have a welcome to K night, you should know your child's going to school in September, right?
Right.
So,
right? Well, you know what? I think get ready. I think I need to buy him a cute little knapsack.
Yeah.
I need to buy him the sneakers.
The cool backpack.
Right. And off you go.
Yeah.
Spread your wings and
see you at 3:30.
The next Albert. Albert Einstein.
No.
Okay.
Because it's one thing to pack the backpack,
right?
But you got to pack them emotionally and mentally as well. That's the other thing. It's not just getting them the coolest kicks and the backpack and the back to school clothes and all those things. You have to emotionally pack them and mentally pack them. You are going to school. There's these two new grown-ups in the room who you need to get comfortable with, not feel afraid to ask them questions. If something's bothering you, if somebody's hurting you, what do you do? What do you say?
Right.
How do you get your needs across? If you feel scared, if you're tired, all these little things. It's like you going on a trip and you have your checklist and you're making sure you have your passport.
Yeah.
Your child needs to have their passport too when they're getting ready for school.
So it's a great checklist. I need to make sure my kid has.
Where do I begin with the
To get your child prepared, the number one thing is making sure emotionally they're okay and you're okay, because they're feeding off of you.
Right.
So I've had parents come into the room and the kid's already like, oh, truck. Oh, what?
Mom's like, are you sure, honey? Are you sure you want to play with that truck? Because there's puzzles, there's an art set. They're feeding off of your anxiety.
Right.
The same way you're pushing your child into, exploring new things, we kind of have to take that step back and watch it unfold. That's the number one thing in my opinion. But when you're thinking of school, think of all the things your child's going to be doing. They're going to be using the washroom without you. They're going to be eating without you. They're going to be getting dressed without you. Let's count. Let's do a Dora the Explorer special. How many hands do I have? Two hands. Okay. If I have 2 hands and there's 28 kids, how many jackets do you think I could put on at one given time? 1 jacket. Did the math for you. Which means your child needs to learn how to put their jacket on by themselves.
Parents, make sure that your kids know how to put their clothes on.
But you understand too, this is the other social piece that comes into it. When your child learns to do a skill on their own, imagine you're a parent, you have your son.
Yeah.
Is there things that now he wants to do by himself?
Oh,
I can do it.
I can't touch him.
You can't touch him.
No.
When a child gets to that point, there is so much pride. There is so much pride. So when you are teaching them these skills and they're seeing that their friends next to them are doing these things and they're not, they want it. It pushes them to want to do it too. So when you're helping them after school to practice putting their jacket on, put their shoes on, get their snow pants.
Oh gosh.
Those things.
Don't let us think about it.
When they learn to do that, that skill, that pride transfers into other areas.
Okay.
Like this video? Don't forget to thumbs up. And of course, check out part 2 where Jam talks about lunchtime meal prep.